Arcade games. What are they? Well, after searching for a bit, they are just games with basic gameplay and simple graphics. Okay, so making a game like this, in my opinion, should be pretty easy. So of course I'm making my own. The first thing the game needs is an idea, but coming with one that is simple and fun is goddamn impossible. So I'm going to do what every Romanian does. Steal. So the idea that I came up with is a top-down 2D shooter based on a wave system where after every wave there will be more enemies that you will need to defeat to pass. If you remember the last video, the player was a square, so you probably already guessed that in this game the player will be another square. Now you may be asking yourself, but why not use actual drawing instead of geometrical shape? Because I cannot draw, like look at this is garbage. No! Okay, so making the game, I guess. Square. Yeah, so after a bit of code, the square now moves, but this isn't enough for a full game. So after fixing the movement a bit and adding a camera follow script, and it was time to make the shooting system. Of course, this can change a game's feel a lot, so I have to get this right the first time. Of course, this being my first time making a shooting system, I didn't expect it to be this hard. I mean, just look at this. That is the player, and that is the cursor. You have the difference in X and the difference in Y. And you have to do a tangent of Y and X to get the angle from where the cursor is located from the square. Are you still here? I don't think so. And guess what? This didn't work. I got it working after some undetermined amount of time, and now it works pretty okay. But what's the point in having a gun if you can't show your freedom? So now we have bullets, which are just circles, but I mean they work and they look pretty nice, look at them. As a finishing touch, I added cooldown, and with that the shooting system is pretty done. So it's time to make the enemy. But in the last game the enemy was pretty easy to make, just a circle moving to the center of the screen. And here I have to implement shooting and a bit more complex moving. The first version of the movement is pretty good, but it is a bit quirky. So okay, so it's time to make the enemy shoot back, cause at the current time it can't really do anything. So after a bit of tweaking and the enemy shooting like this, now they can actually aim and shoot correctly. For spawning these guys, I made a spawner which, besides looking good, also rotates. Okay, so now let me check if it actually works. And what the— yeah, so the enemy spawner works flawlessly, and now it's time to make the wave system. The wave system wasn't that hard to make, it was just placing a text on top of the screen and increasing the spawn rate of the enemies. And while I was doing this, I also added some extra crunchy graphics to make the game look a lot better. But if after the wave there will be more enemies, that means the player will need to get some upgrades. So the next thing I made was an upgrade menu which appears after every wave and shows you 3 random upgrades. And here is a list of the 6 upgrades that can appear. There is better bullets, which just adds more damage to your bullets, better health, which gives you better health, better speed, which makes you faster, faster reload speed, which as the name suggests is a faster reload speed, and there's auto and multi. The 2 shooting modes that I added, auto being like an automatic rifle and shooting just by holding the click, and multi being like a shotgun, shooting a lot of bullets at once. Also with these modes I added 2 enemies that use them. This rhombus looking guy, which uses the auto firing mode and spawns at wave 3, and this pentagon, which spawns at wave 6 and uses the multi firing type. So with that, I added the main menu and the pause menu, and the game should be pretty done. If you want to play it, you can download it from itch.io, and if you want to see how I made the game for mobile in just 1 week and upload it to Google Play, press the video here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.